Hello everyone, my name is Mohammad Rizwan. Today in this video tutorial, I'll try to cover how to start programming in Python. This tutorial is basically for beginner who wants to learn Python quickly and start their journey of Python programming. First of all, you must be wondering why to learn Python. So let's jump to the discussion. Since Python is the #1 programming language in 2020 and also it is very easy to learn and understand. And one very good thing about Python, it has a very good community support. So you can easily find a solution to your problem in various platforms like Stack Overflow and various other platforms are there which are very helpful in finding a solution. Python has a very good library support which do complex mathematical calculations for technologies like machine learning and AI. Also, Python also helps to understand the complex algorithm since it is in very human readable form. So Python code is easily understood. Python has a rich libraries and frameworks which helps in creating lot of automation. So here by automation I mean like we can automate the program to log into your websites, or also even if we want to back up the file we can automate that process. So various scripts we can write to automate the process. Python is the only language which is both a scripting language as well as object-oriented programming language. So I'm not going deeper into that object-oriented concept. So my aim for at the beginning is just to make you people understand why Python is preferable. Also, Python has a very nice web development framework like Django, Flask, Pyramid, and some of the famous websites like Discuss, Instagram use Django framework for their web development. Now, one of the most important thing is to learn and run our code in Python. We need to have a proper setup in our local system. So let's look into that. What we need to do. We need to go to this website. The link is provided. So let's go to that website. I have already opened that website. Yeah, this is the website. Here we have they have provided a content for every OS. We will find a Python setup for a different OS over here. So I'm not showing you how to install the Python. Just go through this and you will be able to install Python in your system in whatever OS you are using. Also, please install this Anaconda distribution. This is very helpful in application development. After you install the Anaconda and Python in your system, you just need to open Anaconda prompt. Okay, and in that path, this prompt just looks like a command prompt or any terminal. If you open this, it is similar to that. And here you have to just give the Jupyter notebook command. So what it will do is it will open that Jupyter terminal in the browser for you. So I've already created lot of Jupyter notebooks before. For tutorial I have created one. If you want to create a new Jupyter notebook, you just click over here. Since I have installed Python 3 for my system, so it is showing Python 3 for me. So I'll show you what happens if I click on this. A new notebooks gets opened. So I'm not going to use it since I've already created one for this tutorial. Now, the most important thing which I'm going to tell about Python is the interpreted language. So you must be wondering what is interpreted language. Interpreted language is Python basically use interpreter to run the code. So if you write one line of a code and just run that, it will execute. So what is interpreter? Interpreter translates program one statement at a time. Whereas compiler scans the entire program, translate it as a whole into a machine code, generate the byte code, and then you can run that exe files. If you are familiar with Java, then you might you might have understood what I'm trying to say over here. But for Python it is not the case. Suppose if you are just writing one statement, like let's start with an example of a hello world. We are writing one statement, print hello world. See, the hello world got printed. Also, I would like to tell that in Python we can use single quotes as well for the strings. And the next most important thing for the Python is the variable type. In Java, you might have heard when we are declaring variable, we have to mention the data type of the variable, like int c equal to 10. Similarly, string s equal to some string. Suppose I'm giving my name. Okay. But it is not in the case of Python. Here in Python, we just keep the variable name s equal to this one. Okay. So here if we just run this, it will run. Similarly, suppose if we want to print this message hello world, we will just write message hello world and print. Kudos, it is printing hello world. So if we just want to use quotes in between, so I'm giving double quotes over here, and suppose I'm writing some string where there is a single quote, so we can just put the single quote and it will run. Okay, but if we try to use the single quote, then it will be a problem. Okay, it will not support this. So that is why in Python both the single quotes and double quotes is supported. Okay, now coming to the concatenation part. This was just an example I was showing. In the concatenation part, what we can do is, I have a first name as well as last name, but I want to concatenate both and print my name as a whole. First name equal to last name equal to this one. So I have declared both the variable. Now name equal to first name plus last name plus space should be there. So space. And then if I just print this name, it should print with a space and should come as Muhammad Rizwan. Let's see what happens. Yes, it's printing now. So